big ICE raid near Austin, Texas resulted in the arrest of 47 illegal immigrants and multiple alleged TDA members. Also, a man in Dallas was arrested by ICE after making threats to Kristi Noem. Let's check it out.
A multi-agency investigation leads to the bust of more than 40 suspected gang members near the southern border. The FBI putting out this press release saying the year-long investigation led authorities to a property where Venezuelan gang members were expected to gather. The raid led to the arrest of 47 illegal immigrants, including children.
Real quick, I saw somebody comment somewhere saying, "Oh, I never heard of TDA until these deportations started." Like, we're just making this stuff up. This has been going on for a year. Trump wasn't even in office a year ago.
Tren Aragua is a dangerous prison gang originating from Venezuela. Its reach has quickly spread across the U.S. President Trump waging war on the gang, designating it as a terrorist organization, already using the Alien Enemies Act to deport hundreds of Venezuelan nationals. Border correspondent Ali Bradley is live in Del Rio, Texas with more. So, Ali, what else are you learning about this raid?
Yeah, hey, Nicole. So this early morning operation in Hays County, Texas on Tuesday led to the apprehension of 47 illegal immigrants. And DHS sources tell me the majority of them are affiliated with Tren Aragua. So in a statement, ICE kind of broke down who these individuals were and who was apprehended here. So 25 of them were single adult males, 9 were single adult females, meaning they were not part of a family group here. Now, 4 females were heads of household with 9 non-U.S. citizen children. All of these individuals were found to be illegally present in the United States. They were transported to the Austin resident office and remain in ICE custody pending immigration proceedings. That is according to the agency. Now, they found these individuals because the FBI developed intelligence regarding a possible gathering of suspected TDA members or TDA associates in Hays County. Neighbors confirm that this is the location of that gathering in Dripping Springs, which is just outside of Austin. You can actually rent this massive home on booking.com for about $720 a night. Now, this was a multi-agency effort between Hays County Sheriff, Texas DPS, the FBI, and ICE, who obtained a search warrant on that home. It was then executed by DPS's special response team. And then video actually came out via Reporte Austin showing protesters who formed a human chain attempting to block the federal agency from leaving the garage of the federal building after transporting those illegal immigrants. Now, Austin police confirm that they did step in. They gained compliance of these 15 individuals who are blocking the roadway.
These people are so stupid. These people are transporting some alleged gang members in there, and you're trying to block them. You have no idea that this operation was going on for over a year. These people have been watching these people diligently in this home, which is crazy, by the way, because a big home like that, and these you have, it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's in a rural part of the area outside of Austin, and you could be driving by, you could live near it, and there are gang members partying it up inside of that. That's crazy to think about. But these morons, though I'm sure a lot of them are wearing masks and they're 400 pounds, they're just blocking authorities trying to get through it and transport these people who should not be in the country. These people who are associated with gangs in the country illegally should be taken away. So stupid.
There. And that kind of ended peacefully. But Nicole, on top of the 47 individuals who are arrested in this bust, officials also confirm that narcotics were also seized from that home. Nicole?
All right, so Ali, there are reports right now that the government is using a secret checklist to deport these Venezuelan gang members. What more do we know, and how does that all fit into the president's push to have the Supreme Court weigh in on resuming those deportations under the Alien Enemies Act?
Yeah, that's something that the administration has been backing for quite a while and has been maintaining that they want to use the Alien Enemies Act in order to deport these gang members. So the Trump administration made a final push yesterday with the Supreme Court, trying to get them to intervene here in this situation. Now, what's really interesting here is the ACLU right now is saying in a new court filing that they actually found a document that they believe the Trump administration is using to identify and deport Venezuelan gang members under the the Alien Enemies Act. This document is called the Alien Enemy Validation Guide. It's basically a checklist. As you can see, the ACLU alleges that the federal government may be using this to flag members of the gang based on a points system. Now, other exhibits included in the ACLU filing show identifiers that were sent out through DHS and Border Patrol. We have actually reported on these releases as well here at News Nation. Now, these informational dockets that you're looking at here, they cite tattoos and clothing that are often associated with Tren de Aragua. Now, this all comes as the chief of Border Patrol is saying that Border Patrol agents have actually arrested 217 gang members. That includes 28 from the Tren de Aragua gang since this fiscal year began, which was in October. Now, these are near the border. These are different than ICE arrests. It's important to make that distinction. Now, DHS, in a statement, though, telling News Nation that it conducts thorough vetting and thorough screening of these individuals, that they have an assessment to determine their gang status. That's something that they have been leaning on here, saying that the premise that these individuals are not gang members, they're saying that is based on faulty assumptions. We've heard the press secretary say that many times, Nicole. We've heard them lean on that and say, we know that these members are part of that gang, doubling down on that when they're called out for individuals that were sent to El Salvador that people are claiming should not have been. Nicole?
All right. Allie Bradley live for us there in Del Rio. Allie, thanks for watching.
Wow. That's crazy stuff. 217 gang members. That's fantastic news. I love, look, the streets of Texas just got safer because these people in the country we're wreaking havoc on our communities. So people shouldn't be blocking roads or anything like that when they're trying to keep you safe. Now let's jump into what happened in Dallas.
New social media posts against ICE agents and the DHS secretary. Brooke Taylor is in Dallas. She's got the details. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Dana. Well, ICE sources shared those disturbing social media posts with me. In them, he threatens to shoot up ICE agents that come into his neighborhood and even encourages others to kill them. We'll take a look at what those threats led to. This: ankle shackles and serious charges. Dallas Homeland Security investigations say they arrested Robert King for making terroristic threats against ICE agents and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. King, who is a U.S. citizen, was arrested in McKinney, Texas on Wednesday. In one of the Facebook posts shared with me by a source, King said,
This man was lurking in McKinney.
quote, "If I see ICE agents in my neighborhood, I am opening fire. It's time to stop being blank and put the Second Amendment to work. ICE are not real cops. They are a secret police force with no real legal authority. Kill them." In another post, King shared an article from PBS Newsweek about DHS Secretary Kristi Noem visiting that El Salvador prison where alleged Tren de Aragua members were taken. Well, in this post, he writes, quote, "I truly hope, and I mean this with all my heart, that Kristi Noem meets a horrible and agonizing demise. I hope she's tried in a war criminal court with the rest of the Nazis when this is all over."
See, this is that rhetoric right there. First of all, this dummy should know that they can track this stuff. Your posts they can be monitored. I mean, you're making threats to government officials. But the Nazi stuff, that comes from the left, calling Trump a Nazi, and Elon is Trump's, his right-hand man, Nazi this, Nazi that. These fascists, that kind of rhetoric from the left has led to things like this.
Earlier this week, we reported on a different man who posted a disturbing video on TikTok with similar threats.
Shoot at ICE agents on site. That's right. If ICE agents are trying to take you or a loved one, shoot them on site.
And I reached out to DHS to see if they've identified and charged that second man on TikTok there. We haven't heard back just yet, but previously the DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said if anyone is going to threaten or harm law enforcement officers, they will find you and prosecute you. And Dana, that's exactly what we saw happen here yesterday in Texas with that first case.
All right, Brooke.
Ooh, you try to shoot an ICE agent, you won't you want to have a, like, I know I think he made a comment in the full video, that last guy, that, you know, claim self-defense and have your day in court. Look, you may not be able to make it to court. If you try to fire on some ICE agents, they will be firing back at you. Hey, so just let this guy know. But I'm going to leave that right there. I like to give those updates on the border, immigration stuff, ICE arrests, deportations, especially when it happens here in Texas. I always like to bring you the news from our great state, except for our stupid House of Representatives down there, the rhinos. Get it together, guys. Pass some bills. All right. I will see you next time. Like and subscribe. Take care.